My aunt claimed I was unstable to get control of my trust fund, so I recorded her confessing to fraud. When I was younger, my grandparents set up a generous trust fund for me. It was meant to cover my education, housing, and eventually give me a financial cushion as I built my career. The terms were simple. I could access it at 25 without restriction. Until then, my Aunt Diane was named trustee, with the responsibility of managing the account responsibly. For years, I trusted her. She always painted herself as my second mother, the one who looked out for me. But as my 25th birthday approached, her behavior shifted. Suddenly, Diane began dropping comments like, "Money like that can be dangerous in the wrong hands," or, "You've always been a little impulsive. Are you sure you're ready for that kind of responsibility?" At first, I brushed it off. But then, a month before my birthday, I got a call from the trust lawyer saying Diane had filed paperwork to delay my access. Her claim? That I was mentally unstable and needed her continued oversight for my own good. I was floored. I'd never been diagnosed with anything, never had a breakdown, nothing. Sure, I'd had normal stress during college, but who doesn't? She was manufacturing a narrative to keep control of money that wasn't hers. When I confronted her, she didn't even deny it. She just smirked and said, "Sweetheart, you wouldn't understand. Managing this much money is complicated. I'm protecting you from yourself." I felt like I was going insane. She was trying to gaslight me into believing I couldn't handle my own life. My parents were long gone, and most of the family sided with her. She'd spun this story that I was emotional and reckless. But here's the thing about Diane. She loved to brag. One evening, I went to her house under the guise of talking things over. I kept my phone recording in my pocket the whole time. The moment I sat down, she started gloating. "You know, once I prove you're unstable, I can extend the trust control for years. By then, you'll be so used to me handling it that you won't even want the burden." My hands clenched under the table. I forced my voice to stay calm. "So, you're saying you don't actually believe I'm unstable?" She laughed. A full, smug laugh. "Of course not. You're fine. But the court doesn't need to know that. All I have to do is emphasize your little meltdowns in college. Maybe mention how you quit that internship. Judges eat that kind of thing up. They'll see me as the responsible one." Every word went straight onto my recording. I pressed further. "So, you're admitting you're lying? Just to keep control of the money?" She leaned in, smirking like she'd already won. "Call it lying if you want. I call it smart. Do you know how much interest I've been making on that account? Why would I hand that over to you when I can keep building it?" There it was. The next morning, I scheduled an emergency meeting with the trust lawyer. I sat down, pulled out my phone, and hit play. Diane's own voice filled the room, bragging about lying to the court, admitting I was fine, and even confessing to profiting off my trust. The lawyer's eyes widened. "Do you realize what you've got here? This isn't just grounds to remove her as trustee. This is fraud." Things moved fast after that. The lawyer filed to have Diane immediately removed as trustee, citing the recording as evidence. When Diane got wind, she called me screaming, "How dare you record me?" That was private. I simply said, "How dare you try to steal my future?" and hung up. The court didn't take long. With the recording and the lawyer's support, Diane's petition was thrown out. Not only did I gain full access to my trust on my 25th birthday as originally intended, but Diane was also ordered to account for every cent she had touched. And remember how she bragged about making interest? Yeah, turns out she had skimmed some of that for herself. The court made her pay it back.